Namaste, my wonderful Cancerian friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Celine. I'm a counseling psychologist, a hypnotherapist, and an intuitive tarot reader. I blend both spiritual insight and psychological interpretation in my readings. You're not here by chance because the Spirit has something important to reveal to you this week. So let's begin by clearing this space and releasing all negative energies. Now I'm going to invite your spirit guides, your higher self, and your ancestors to be present during this reading. Now the sound may be a little loud for some of you, so please turn down the volume. So let's begin, my wonderful Cancerian friends. I'm going to start the reading by calling in a spirit guide for you. So let's see what spirit guide you can call upon during this week to protect you for your guidance. Looks like this wants to come out, so I'm going to take that. Okay, you have the tiger. Okay, now the tiger is a fire sign. All right, so I'm going to read the interpretation from the book, so please bear with me. Okay, so the tiger is a lunar force, is in darkness. It has a lot of feminine energy. So let's read the interpretation. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour, and the tiger takes an advantage of these boons. Spend some time in the silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. If you're in balance, you are passionate, you're strong, sensual. And when you're out of balance, you are overstimulated. Now, in order to bring into balance, you need to krataka, that is candle gazing. Okay, so you might want to lit up a candle and you might want to gaze yourself and kind of like soak yourself in that beauty of the light, candle light. So that will bring you calm. Now, there is going to be a lot of calmness. If you want, you can actually go out and see, reintegrate yourself with the moon, because the moon has a lot of feminine energy involved. So you are very receptive during this week, and the midnight hour is going to heighten all your power. So try to drink in all the calmness that you can during this week. Okay, let's see what other messages the tarot has for you. So I'm going to keep this here. So I'm going to pull out 3 tarot cards. Okay, so this one's to come. This one's to come. And we'll see one more. Okay, so this one's to come. Okay. Look, all your cards are very jumpy. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. Very interesting cards you have down here. Okay, so we are going to look at each of these cards in depth in a little while. Okay. Before we begin, my wonderful Cancerian friends, please remember this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, it'll be great if you can help me grow my channel by liking it, subscribing it, and by sharing the videos. All right, so let's begin. So when we look at this Knight of Swords, okay, so swords is all about communication. It's about challenges, thoughts, and ideas. Now, The Knight is it's a young adult, so very have fixated in energy, has a lot of energy, so strong energy, that's what I'm coming at. And you are very determined, looks like you're very determined, and you're very impulsive to, to finish a goal. I think that you want to keep going and going. So that is why, your spirit animal is trying to, ask you to drink the cup of calmness. All right. So you need to stay a little still and not keep going. Look like, you're very action oriented this week. You want to get a lot of things done, which is pretty good. Okay. And I see some of you are also very assertive at this moment. It's unlike of you, Cancerian, because you are a very emotional soul. All right. You can feel other people, what their emotions you bring upon yourself, but you might be, want to be a little aggressive here, I think. I'm not sure. Or are you very assertive? Now, it's okay to be assertive, but please don't be aggressive, because that is not good. I see that you're very focused in your work or your relationship or bringing up the kids or in your studies. I can sense there's a lot of ambition here. So you may want to take a little slower here. I know some of you can be a perfectionist. Now, it's okay to be a perfectionist. I'm also a perfectionist. But then sometimes, when you're too perfect, it kind of come and bite you, because in the long run, it's not going to be what you can do when you were younger. All right. I'm not saying you're, old, but, it can catch up with you. There can be a lot of burnt out. Okay. So this is how it is showing that eventually, if you keep going, there's going to be a lot of burnt out. Okay. We'll talk about this card in a bit, right? But what I'm trying to say here is you might want to revisit, you might want to prioritize. I know it's good to be ambitious, but being too ambitious, it's not good either. So you might just want to revamp everything. So the Page of Pentacles is pretty good. It's also a very young energy as well. There seems to be a lot of new beginning coming your way. There's going to be a lot of abundance coming as well, I can see. Now, because of your ambitious nature, you are also, gaining, the wealth and the prospects, everything. You might be doing very well in your studies because you're putting in a lot of hard work if you are doing some studies right now. Or if you are one who is very goal oriented, because you are already starting the foundation here, you will set your goal and you will fulfill it. I can see a lot of opportunities opening for you as well. Yep. And so you might want to be a little careful, okay, with your opportunities. Don't just jump. There's going to be new beginnings for you, but I would like you to take some time, breathe, okay, calm yourself, compose yourself before you embark in something. You might be having a new career opportunity, there might be starting a new job, or even some business. Okay, you might be venturing into some business. I see there's a success coming your way, okay, due to your new job, or probably your career opportunity, or probably your business launch. But you need to be a little careful in what you do. Don't put everything in one basket and then tell yourself, oh no, what have I done? Okay, so take it one step at a time, because the page is basically very curious. All right. They're very curious creature. They like to learn and they want to explore. At the same time, please take note, okay, a page is kind of like little inexperience. Okay. So don't jump into what is right there. Remember, it may look very beautiful for you right in the front. Everything looks so nice. It is shiny. Okay. But just take a little breather and see whether, what is out there before you jump. Okay. The 10 of Wands. Now, the 10 is a completion. Okay, it's a complete number. You are at the end of a kind of a transformation. I don't know what end of transformation you are in. Okay, so that is why I see that, you have going on. You might be, finishing something and then you want to start something. Okay, I can see it here. So you need to be a little careful. Okay, my spirits are trying to tell you to be a little careful here, because you are so action oriented here. You keep going. You may be a little burnt out here. So whatever job you're going to take in, okay, you see, if you look at this card, this person had so many stuff, responsibilities at his back, at his front. Okay, you will be, burnt out here. So just be a little careful. Okay, because too many responsibilities is not good. So try to prioritize from here onwards. Think very carefully what you want to do. If not, then, when there's any challenges or obstacles or, struggles come, you will not be able to, confront it. Okay, so try to avoid burnt out. Don't put too many things in your plate right now. It may look very nice. I know some people like to climb the ladder fast, so it's okay, but just be careful. Okay, I don't know, for some reason my spirit guides are trying to tell you be careful this week. All right, so you might want to slow down a little. Okay, connect to the light, the nature's light, the moonlight, or the candle light. Look like you see your candle is also, I just realized it's not as bright when I was reading the other zodiacs. Okay, it's kind of like dimming, but don't worry, it's not the end of the day. This is just your weekly reading. So if you're able to, calm yourself this week, probably I think you will be able to succeed. So you might want to check your next week's reading, how it is. So for now, this week, all right, take it slow. Don't jump the gun and don't overburden yourself. Okay, enjoy the moonlight, the sun, the candlelight, grace into it. Be calm as much as you can this week. Okay, remember the cards here are just trying to tell you what you need to know. All right, that's what the cards are. If you want to take, that's why you are here. I'm pretty sure. If not, you wouldn't be, watching the tarot. But if you're here watching this tarot, so please try to, take this week easy. So let's see. I'm going to pull out a card and see what you can surrender, so that you will be a little bit more calm. This is your surrender card. So let's see, what card is coming and asking you to. Okay, this wants to come out. So surrender to passion. All right. So you're very passionate about your goal. As I said, you're a very goal-oriented person. So you're very passionate about it. Now, it's okay to be a bit passionate about your goal, but you need to be a little careful here, not to get, burnt out. So let's see what this card is trying to read. So get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Okay, let it flow. Let's read one more time. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So if you're too much in your head, okay, maybe it is time for you to, feel the fire, okay, this is fire, right? But looks like it's so dim you can't even feel it. So you may want to, take a breather and feel the fire, and then you let the universe take its flow. Okay, let it flow. Let it flow. You don't be, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward, and rushing, because end of the day, I can see that you're going to get a lot of burnt out. Okay, now I'm also going to pull a card for you about an angel number that you can use, okay, so that you can use this as a mantra. So let's see what angel number that comes your way. Okay, this wants to come. I am insightful. Okay, I am insightful, number 29. So you might want to watch out on, uh, 29 of this month. Okay, maybe there is something that you need to pause and you need to reflect. Okay, now you are highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinks in the pictures, and you seem to draw information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. And the mantra that you can use is I am insightful. So let's read one more time. You are highly intuitive and creative. Your mind thinks in pictures, and you seem to draw information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. Now, if you are gazing in the moonlight, you are also connecting, okay, to the sun. All right, you're also connecting to the sun. So I'm sorry, the sky. Okay, apologies. So when you look into the moonlight, you're connecting to the sky, and the sky is, you're going to drive a lot of ideas from there. Okay, so this is something that you might want to look and think how your week is going to be. So don't worry. Okay, this is just a weekly reading, so just reflect on it, okay, and just slow down, okay, just slow down a little. So my wonderful Cancerian friends, this is your reading, and I truly hope you have enjoyed it. Now the summary of this reading I have posted at the end of this video, so please take a moment to reflect on it. Now if this reading resonated with you, please let me know in your comment section, as your insight might help others on their journey. Now, just when I'm about to close, I just remembered that I want to do a chime for you. And my angels just remembered to pick a chime for you that you can use. All right. My goodness, I almost forgot. Okay. So you are, okay, looks like this is a train. Okay. Looks like this is a steam engine, a train. All right. So you are connected to divine timing. Don't rush. Okay? Don't rush. You're connected to the divine timing, and you are. Okay, the train moves in the front. I never hardly seen a train go back. Okay? So you are moving forward toward your goals and your destination, but don't rush. Okay, I see there's a lot of progression. You are going to, have a good journey in your life because there is abundance here. All right, so gather up your strength. Okay, gather up your strength. Don't use all your energy at one go, and so that when you come to this point, you will have the energy to move. Okay, so that's all I have. So I'm so sorry. I just, my spirit guide said, hey, you have to get the charm for them. Okay, so there you go. So this is all your reading, my wonderful Cancerian friends. And until the next reading, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Bye.